Good morning from Australia on a bit chillier winter day in Australia today, but not too cold compared, I suppose. So I am doing other test on another type of glue you can buy in Australia. So it's just to find the perfect pouring medium, a homemade pouring medium. So this one is Stuck. It's a PVA craft glue, and you can get it from the discount stores, and as you see, this one's only $6.99. So I'm going to try this one today, and I'm going to try it. So this is more a discount endeavor to people that want to do acrylic pour painting a little bit cheaper. This is Montmart, which if you buy the 2 litres, you can get it off eBay or the craft stores online. This is about between $26 and $32. So when you're buying those little 75 mils out of the cheaper shops, this still works out a lot cheaper if you're going to do a lot of pours. So Montmart normally gets a bad rap that it's not as good as, but it really is proving to me, just with the proof, that it's thick and creamy and it's quite heavily pigmented. So all the bad rap that Montmart, it's a cheapy brand, it actually is coming out on top on a lot of the other brands that I've tried. So today I'm using this Montmart Studio Acrylic just for the sake of the test in 4 colours. So I've got the purple, the red, turquoise and black. I'll do my swipe on this one, and then if I've got time I'll do a flip cup pour so we can see the difference. Now what I did with this is I put 300 mils of the PVA glue in. I went over to my sink and just slowly added water because this was quite thick glue, PVA glue. I just slowly added water and stirred, because I find every single different glue or even each batch requires different amounts of water added. This is just filtered water I added, just slowly till it made it's weaker, it's thinner than you would make up your paints. It's not that thin that it's watery, it's got a little bit of body in it, but it's not very thick. Find if I make it any thicker than this, whatever glue, it makes the paint go too thick. So then you have to add water anyway. So that's what I did with this. Then I added 2 centimeters of my paint, and then I just poured the pouring medium just slowly in until I got the consistency of, and each color worked out differently, of pouring cream. A pouring cream. This one is a little bit runnier than I would normally do. Turned out, so I probably added a little bit too much water to that. Pouring medium to that. See, this one's more the thickness. It's got a little bit of body in it. It's like pouring cream. Leaves a little bit of a trace. So this is my test anyway with this Stuck glue. And again, I just added to those cups 2 drops of my Helmar silicone oil. $6 from Eckersley Arts, or you can get it online. Craft Online actually sells it for double that at $12. Art Online sells it for around $6 or $7, but Eckersley, the art supply shop in Australia, sell it for $6, and it lasts absolutely ages. So there's only 2 drops of that. I made all my paints up yesterday. I stir in the silicone, and I stir it really well. I don't have any of this that's saying, oh, I only stir 1 or 2, because I find if it's stirred into the paint, it still creates the look that I want on the canvas, but it's far less oil sits on, or silicone sits on top of your finished canvas for if you want to coat it. I can hardly see any oil traces at all on most of my work now, so I only have to give them a gentle swipe off. Okay, we'll get started with this. I'm just doing the normal, this is going to be a swipe, and the following one will be a dirty cup, a cup pour. So I'm going to do it like how I normally do it, which is the swirling all over like this, because I just find this creates wonderful different looks in your canvas, and every time it's different. You see something different. So that was the purple. I will go the turquoise. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave the black to swipe for the sake of this test. So this again is on the heavy duty cardboard that I get off eBay, recycled card. This is A4 size. This is what I use mostly for my tests, or if I want to do a piece and then put it into a frame. I know lots of people have said that this card actually warps. Well, yes, it does sometimes. I mean, the Heavy Ego, if you can get the 850 or 900 GSM, I think it is, grams per something or something. Somebody will correct me, tell me what it is. Yeah, it doesn't warp, but sometimes it does warp. But if I'm putting it in a frame, you can just spray the back of it with some water and it flattens back out again. Okay, get on with this. We'll do the swipe. Oh, I'm going to go down the center. Just a bit, thin line of swipe colour down the center. A trusty swipe sheet, which is just a plastic file divider. I'm getting paint everywhere now. Just gently put it onto your swipe colour, just about maybe a centimetre. Just draw it to you slowly. I'm going all over the place here. Oh, look at those cells popped up already. Let's go down this, take that over there. Not too worried if I haven't, like these areas. Just go down this area. Those cells popped up already with this glue, and they're actually round ones. So just take it, so it drop in gently, not so it's pushing not having a lot of pressure on the actual painting, so it's not scraping your paints off. Okay, so remembering this is the Montmartre paints. I have done some lovely work with the Montmartre paints, they've come up lovely. Okay, well, there you go. Let's just put that down. So as you can see, it's coming up little cells. It looks like a little night sky, actually. So what I will do is add the heat to see how... Now, I use this big butane torch with this top. Most people will probably be, I can't find it now, yeah, very happy with the small one. Can't find it. The small creme brulee gun probably works for beginners, but I'm confident with this now, because you'll have to be very careful, have a fire extinguisher in your area, and just be very aware of what you're doing. Don't leave it on your canvas any longer than 1 second. So, okay, oh, here we go. This is funny. Oh no, I've just seen some odd-shaped cells to begin with. There you go. I'm not going to do it anymore. You're just dabbing. It's not, it is kind of bringing up the clusters that I get with the glue all. So that's a good sign. It's still bringing up nice cells and cells within cells, considering I only did a 3-colour swipe. So that's not too bad at all. I'll take some photos. What will happen with this now over hours, these cells will spread out and join and create, so the black ends up being like an outline around the cells. I'll put some photos on and show you. That's quite nice. So that's a nice little one for you to try, and that's a bit cheaper way of doing this paint pouring is with this, because that's for 1 litre, $6.99. So that's not too bad, and you can get that. So what I'm going to try on this piece of heavy card is I'm going to do a dirty pour to see what this reacts like. So with my flip cup pour, I just pour the paint. I always pour my paint down the sides, mostly because I just think it stops the paints from muddying. So I'll go with the 4 colours that I've got, just pouring the paint slowly down the sides of the cup. It's your best way of not getting muddy colours. If you're pouring them over, and then the paints have a lot more chance of going muddy. Add some purple to that. Just go back the other way. A little bit more black. Sometimes the black takes over. Yeah, these are all Montmartre paints, Helmar glue and Stux PVA glue and water to make a pouring medium. So, okay. What I'm seeing with this other one already is the paint, the cells are losing shape and going wobbly, but that is purely and simply because I've done this mix probably too thin. So see, they're losing their shape, but I'll have to try it with a thicker mix. But this is quite good if you want to create a different look on your canvas, but we'll go back to that in a second. Okay, I'm going to do the flip cup pour, which is just simply in your cup, switch it over. I'm going to go down this way. So this will be interesting doing the flip cup pour. I've got an idea that the black is going to take over this, but anyway. Ooh, look at those cells just popping up. This is definitely too runny a mix. Cells are popping up. Just let it do its own thing for a little while. Try and move it around this canvas a little bit. Well, it's card. I'll say canvas for the sake of the video. But that's come really a cool look there. Look at that. So much lacing in there, close up. The red really pops. Red and the turquoise usually really nice together anyway. But again, this is a test, so might let that develop, give it a bit of a torch and see how we go. Okay. I think if I had have made this mixer thicker, it would be quite comparable with Elmer's glue. Having said that, all of the glues that I've been trying as pouring mediums are turning out quite well, but you just have to adjust every single one for making your own pouring medium with, which is just the amount of water and thickness. So okay, definitely I have done those mixes too runny for this particular glue. That's not, see, if I run this now I'm going to lose all of those cells, so it's definitely too runny. I mean, that looks quite a cool look, but it's definitely too runny. Might just add some colour here. So that was a flip cup pour, and then I'll just get my little spatula, and you can, rather than me tilt it off, I'll just do this, is gently take the black over. Same here. It's just to cover the corners, but there is way too much paint on this canvas. And I don't want to tilt it off because I'm going to lose all of the cells, I believe.